February 2010 Roundup. February saw this year's Mobile World Congress, MWC, dominated by announcements from Samsung and HTC. In a break from tradition, neither Nokia nor LG exhibited at the Congress, and Nokia in fact made no significant hardware announcements this month. Samsung. The Samsung Wave S8500 launches Samsung's new Badar operating platform onto the market. While it's certainly an appealing device, we've yet to see if the public have an appetite for yet another smartphone OS. Another touchscreen phone announced is the Samsung Monty S5620, which has some high-end features coupled with a mid-range price tag. Two more conventional Monty branded devices are the Samsung Monty Slider E2550 and Samsung Monty Bar C3200, which are both pretty conventional handsets. Another touchscreen, but this time a little more down-market, is the Samsung Chat B3410W. The Samsung i8520 is yet another touchscreen handset, but this time with the unusual addition of a built-in projector. On top of these new announcements, a couple of handsets hitting the market this month are the Samsung Genoa C3510 and the unashamedly girly Samsung Diva S7070. HTC. MWC is always a significant event for HTC, and this year they announced three important additions to their smartphone range. The most powerful device announced this month was the high-end HTC Desire, an Android phone with a very similar specification to the Google Nexus One. A bit further down the range technically, but possessing a huge amount of wow factor when it comes to design, is the HTC Legend. Finally, in a month that saw a rash of so-called mini handsets, the HTC HD Mini takes most of the features of a high-end smartphone and shrinks them into a pocket-friendly form. Sony Ericsson. Sony Ericsson launched several new handsets this month in an attempt to turn the corner from a miserable 2009. The Sony Ericsson Vivas Pro is an attractive Symbian touchscreen phone with a slide-out QWERTY keyboard. The Sony Ericsson Aspen is their first BlackBerry-style messaging device, and the Sony Ericsson Xperia X10 Mini and X10 Mini Pro are two very compact Android smartphones. LG. Although LG sponsored the big MW event this year, they were strangely absent from the show itself. Annoyingly, LG like to keep technical specifications secret until closer to the launch date, so this month's releases were short of details. The LG GD880 Mini is the phone LG was making the biggest fuss over, an attractive and very compact touchscreen phone that could appeal to the style-conscious. The LG GS500 Cookie Plus will be a straightforward upgrade to the popular GD500 Cookie handset. Finally, the LG GT350 should appeal to messaging enthusiasts. Nokia. Nokia didn't really have any major handsets announcements this month, but the biggest news was the merger of the Momo and Moblin platforms to create MeeGo, a new operating system for high-end smartphones that will be developed with Intel. Other announcements include the slightly upgraded Nokia 6303i Classic phone and the slightly downgraded and cheaper Nokia X6 16GB. Other manufacturers. Lots of other manufacturers showed their wares this month, the highlights of which include the new Motorola Quench Android smartphone, the ultra-cheap Vodafone 150 and 250 handsets, the Toshiba TG02 and KS02 high-end Windows smartphones, the incredibly rugged Sonim XP2 Spirit, the surprisingly clever solar-powered Puma phone, plus a whole range of handsets to challenge the market from Huawei. Finally, Microsoft wowed observers with a preview of their new Windows Phone 7 series, which tears up the rulebook and hopes to re-establish Microsoft as a major player in the mobile OS market.